Hey Cancer, 10 minutes of truth, spirituality, love, and work. So we'll start out right out of the gate with some Buddha wisdom. Buddha says, your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Oh, ain't that the truth? Okay, so that is going to be the overriding energy for your reading, but also sort of what spiritual path you're on right now. What you are dealing with kind of in your soul. Get some tarot for what this is about. Got the Ten of Swords, the World, and the Two of Swords. Your enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. Well, your thoughts are clearly getting the better of you right now, right? I mean, your own unguarded thoughts are probably keeping you in bed when you should be at work. What's going on for you? You're trying to make a decision about a huge life change. You know, a lot of people are going through a kind of spiritual overhaul, I think, right now. It seems like big things are happening kind of just in the general collective. I know there's some things happening with the planets. 35-year cycles are ending and beginning. So kind of at this time, whatever you're starting is going to set you up for what you'll be experiencing over the next 35 years. So, you know, a half of a lifetime, or, you know, if you're in good shape, a third of a lifetime, but that's still a long time. So a lot of people seem to be going through this process of purging out the things that they don't want to keep cycling over and over and over again for the rest of their life, and starting fresh. But that can be a bit jarring, you know, when you're creating a whole new world for yourself and trying to decide how you want to do that. It's not always apparent what your path forward is going to be. And so, you know, for somebody who doesn't like change or is scared by change, the very idea of shifting things up so dramatically can almost be paralyzing. And what your Buddha advice is saying is that the thoughts that you're thinking about what you're doing is actually either holding your back, or it's just your enemy. It's poisoning everything else that you do. And so start meditating and noticing what thoughts come to mind during your moments of quiet, and really noticing when you're talking to yourself in a mean way or negative or worrying, and be aware of how your thoughts are. When you have the thought, then you can later on contemplate, look around and say, is this thought justified? I mean, is this just based on some fear that I have no evidence is happening right now? It's just some kind of nebulous worry about something out there, possibility. I mean, infinity things are possible at every moment of our life. So are you choosing one to just be afraid of and ruminate about? Because all of the fears that you have, unless they're happening right now, unless a tiger is chasing you right now, every fear is invented by your mind. So think about that. Think about the ways in which you're inventing things that might be standing in the way of you making healthier choices for yourself. So that's overall. For love, what are you dealing with? Love, you've got love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Well, that's nice. Okay, let's see what's going on with that. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. That sounds really great. So what's this about? The Devil, Three of Wands, and Page of Coins. Okay. So if your overall energy is your thoughts that are at issue, and what's happening for you in love is that somebody's expressing their love, but you're in the Three of Wands energy about it, and wanting to start something solid, because okay, so what I'm seeing is that maybe the person who is actually seeming like, maybe you're about to get married, for example. This person seems like an awesome partner, or you have thought so in the past, but now you're second guessing that this may have really more to do with control or addiction than it does really love. You know, you're seeing some red flags, something like that, right? And it's making you think, is this really how it's going to be? Is it always going to be this way? Are things going to change? Are things going to get better? Are things going to, you know, are we going to be able to create some stability out of what we are creating together here? Or is it going to go down the tubes? You want some solid advice. You want somebody to tell you specifically what, you know, offer you something real, something that you can hold on to, that you can count on. And it looks like you're definitely not sure what's coming at you. You've made some investment, but it's not totally clear what it's going to end up paying off. And you've got this little clock down here at the bottom you're just kind of waiting, you know, what's going to happen. And what you suspect is going to happen is that there's some control issue going on. This is not the card you want to see when you're talking about love. So whoever you're dealing with, whoever is making this love call to you, who is sending you this message of love, think about, are you treating this person with love or control? And is this person treating you with love or control? And make a good assessment about that. Now, this could be an imaginary fear, because your fear, your unguarded thoughts, you know, your unguarded thoughts in this case, it looks like could be that you're putting a rosy sheen on something that, you know, you're trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You kind of know the truth is that this isn't something that's so great, but you want to make it work because you've already made an investment in it. You've already, you know, sent your ships out to sea to go get the spices, and now you're waiting for them to come back with spices, but you don't really know what's going to show up in those ships when they pull into port, you know? So you're hoping for the best. You've made a lot of investment, but you might be overlooking the fact that the people you put in charge of your ships were shady dealers, you know? So take a look at what's real in the situation, and don't invent reality. Look at what's real. So for work, we have the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Either you are putting a lot of energy into something at work and really trying to make something work, or work is trying to make something work with you and saying, yeah, this is a really great opportunity for you. This is really good. We love you here. Won't you stay? And then whoever is receiving the offer, either them or you, is kind of ho-hum about it. Something doesn't feel right about it. So what you're probably doing is you're trying to do the math on how you can make this work out, or get away with staying at the job until you can find a better one while still looking like you enjoy your work. Or maybe behind the scenes, there's some kind of, I don't know, like they're working on downsizing. They want to keep you. You're really talented, you know, stay with us, but we are going to kind of lower your pay. Here, we're downsizing and we want you to stay, but for half the salary, you know. So they're trying to get away with you at full price, without paying full price. You know what I mean? They're trying to get all the work for less. Something about this offer at work, either they feel like you're trying to get away with something, or you feel like they're trying to get away with something, and it's making the whole thing less appealing. So your advice would be, the lady, okay, your advice would be to, know your value. So we're running out of time. And also take a good hard look at what's wrong with the picture. This isn't time to turn around and look at the glass half full. You need to look at the glass half empty and quit putting rosy glasses on everything, including your work. Bye.